York City is suing Meta, Snap, TikTok, and YouTube, accusing the social media companies of fueling the youth mental health crisis. Joining us right now is Bradley Tusk. He's the founder and CEO of Tusk Ventures. And Bradley, what do you think? You are somebody who's worked in venture capital and in the government and both sides of this, and this has been a brewing battle for a long time. New York kind of taking the first step. Do they have a case?
Yeah, I think that they do. I mean, simply because, look, even more so than being a venture capitalist or having worked in government and politics, I've got a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old. And no matter what your politics are, I don't know a single parent of at least teenagers, if not parents overall, that feel like they have any control over what their kids see on the internet, any ability to regulate it, any ability to protect their kids. And so I think that whether it's, Eric Adams in New York City or states like Florida on the right or New York's got legislation in Albany on the left, either way, we parents need something to help us here. And so I'm glad someone's doing something.
Is this an area where there really is some bipartisan support on both the right and the left because parents are so fed up?
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look, Congress has been wildly ineffective at dealing with all of this. But if you look at the hearing that they had a couple of weeks ago in Washington where Zuckerberg apologized, whether it was Hawley on the right or Klobuchar on the left, you clearly have bipartisan support on this issue. And you've seen state governments who are frustrated with Washington's inability to get anything done tackle this. So again, states like California on the left, but Texas, Utah on the right. So I think this is one issue. And by the way, I don't know why candidates for office aren't making a bigger deal about this, because it seems like it's one issue where you could really reach across the aisle, unite parents, whether you're a socialist or a MAGA or anything in between. I can tell you this, if you have kids and they're online, you're anxious about it.
Okay, but let me point out maybe some of the political realities with this. We've spoken a lot with Michael Wu, the professor who used to be advising things in the White House on some of these issues. He said it was crazy to him because you'd get the far left and the far right together, and they couldn't agree on the very basic issues, because if you wanted to put into something to say you're not going to talk about transgender if you're under the age of 10 or something, that the left would say, no, you can't do that. And if you went to the right to say something similar that offended them, they would shut it down. So that it's really the details that would bog this down. Okay,
but there is, which is so there's a provision in the 1996 Communications Decency Act called Section 230. Well, Section 230 said you can't sue internet platforms for the content posted by users. And back in 96, when the internet was very first at its beginning, that made a lot of sense because the internet might not have grown to what it is today without it. But what it means today is, you can defame me on Instagram, on Twitter. I can sue you, but I can't sue Mark Zuckerberg. I can't sue Elon Musk, who most of the time there's no incentive for the platforms to in any way try to moderate content and make it reasonable. Because what we know is human nature is that people, for better or for worse, tend to be more responsive to negative content than positive. And if you are a platform, you make all of your money based on advertising and all of that's based on clicks, you're going to promote whatever content generates the most clicks. And that's negative content. The only way they're going to stop doing that is if they're held legally liable for what they're allowing to be posted on there. Like, for example.
Thank you. This is absolutely the common sense approach. This is absolutely the way that it works. If you are held responsible for it, you'll find a fix for it because the technology will allow you to do that if you choose to.
Yeah,
right? And you're right. This was done in 1996 when it was a small fledgling industry. I'll tell you, Bradley, what concerns me now is you listen to some of these big AI players, and it basically sounds like they want a Section 230 for AI at this point, too, to protect them from copyright infringement or anything else that comes along. They don't want to be held responsible.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we should learn. Look, we talk about regulating AI. We haven't regulated Internet 2.0 yet, right? Section 230 has been around for now almost 30 years and is still alive and well. We still don't have any sort of national framework for data protection or for privacy. Our antitrust laws are still way too weak. And so it's almost laughable to me when people talk about regulating AI. Like, let's first do the basic stuff to at least protect kids online. I mean, there are groups on Instagram, and my daughter faced this, that literally teach young teenage girls how to cut themselves. In what world do we live in that we can't get our act together enough to regulate this and to stop it from happening?
Thank you. This is a longer conversation, Bradley, but I didn't know you were going to say that. I agree with you 100%. Let's continue this at a later date.